Hi everyone, it's Chris here at Gardening at the Simongetti North, where it's still peach week here on the property. Yes, I have been processing peaches, Michigan peaches. I had gotten a bushel of them, and one of the recipes that I'm going to do today is Fiery Peach Salsa. I'm using the recipe out of this canning book right here. And we're going to go inside and I'm going to show you how to make it following this recipe. Let's go on inside. Recipe that I'm going to be doing, I am going to be using a recipe out of the All New Ball Book of Canning and Preserving. So we'll go ahead and turn to the page. And today I'm making this Fiery Peach Salsa. I'm actually doubling the recipe, and these are for half pints, but I'm going to do pints, so everything will be doubled, all the ingredients and the time. So here's a picture of it over here. Doesn't that look tasty? So what we need is 6 cups of peeled, diced, hard, underripe peaches. Now that's kind of important. So I have 12 cups. And then 1 cup of sugar will be 2 cups of sugar. 1 cup of chopped red bell peppers. I have 2 cups of red bell peppers. 1 cup of apple cider vinegar will be 2 cups of apple cider vinegar. Let's see, a half cup of chopped red onions will be 1 cup of red chopped onions. And this says a half cup of water, which would be 1 cup of water, but I am going to replace the water with the peach juice that I made that I have left over. And then I need a 1/4 cup of lime juice, which will be a half a cup of lime juice, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to a half teaspoon of salt, 2 jalapeno peppers seeded and finely chopped will be 4 jalapeno peppers, 2 garlic cloves, minced will be 4 garlic cloves, 1 habanero pepper seeded and minced will be 2 habanero peppers, and a 1/4 cup of fresh chopped cilantro will be a half cup of fresh chopped cilantro. So what we're going to do is we're going to combine all the ingredients except the cilantro in the big steel pot or enameled Dutch oven and bring to a boil over high heat. So let me take you over to the stove and we'll get started on putting this awesome recipe together. I already have 6 pint jars washed in hot soapy water. I just fired up the canner and I'm going to put the jars in the canner to get sterilized. Okay, so I have 12 cups of diced peaches in here. Everything is going to go in except the cilantro. The cilantro will go in at the end. So the next is 1 cup of sugar. Since I'm doubling the recipe, it will be 2 cups of sugar. Next is 1 cup chopped bell pepper. I am doing 2 cups. I actually have part red bell pepper and part purple peppers from the garden. Thought that would make it a little prettier. It would be a half a cup of water if you're making a single batch to 1 cup of water for a double batch. So I have 1 cup of peach juice that I made with the peach jelly, and I didn't want it to go to waste, so I'm going to use this instead. So a half a cup of water, or 1 cup of water, or a half cup of peach juice, or 1 cup of peach juice. So we'll go ahead and pour that in. I'm using the apple cider vinegar with the mother in it. So you want to shake it up, make sure it's all mixed good. Single batch, 1 cup of apple cider vinegar. Double batch, 2 cups of apple cider vinegar. A half a cup of red chopped onions. I have 1 cup of red chopped onions. Calls for a 1/4 cup of lime juice. I have a half a cup of fresh lime juice. It took about 6 limes. Pepper. Salt. Called for a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Double batch, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I'm using the Redmond's Real Salt. So next up is either 2 jalapeno peppers seeded and finely chopped. I have 4 jalapeno peppers seeded and chopped, and 1 habanero pepper seeded and minced. So I also have 2 habanero peppers. So this bag has the jalapenos, which are green, and the habanero, which are the orange. And then single batch, 2 garlic cloves minced. I have 4 garlic cloves minced. Okay, we're going to go ahead and turn the burner on the stove. I'll have it up kind of high at first just to get the pot going. We want to bring to a boil over medium heat. Stirring until sugar is dissolved, reduce heat and simmer, uncovered for 5 minutes, remove from heat, stir in the cilantro. So let's go ahead and we'll get this mixed up. This is very colorful. It's going to look beautiful in the jars. Giving it a good mix, getting that sugar dissolved. All right, we'll go ahead and get this boiling. Okay, it's just starting to come to a boil. If you can see the purple pepper in there, I don't know if it will turn green when it gets cooked in the canner or if it will stay purple. I know like my purple beans, they turn green when they're cooked, so we'll see. Be kind of nice if they stayed purple in the jar, because it'd be so pretty with the red and the green, purple, and the orange. It's starting to boil, so I'll go ahead and turn the heat down and let it simmer for 5 minutes. Set the timer. Give it another little stir. All right, we'll be back in 5 minutes and jar it up. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill to a 1/2 inch headspace, which is this right here, this line right here. This is a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, full inch. So we need 1/2 inch headspace, so we'll be filling it to right there. All right, I have everything up at the table here, and the last ingredient that needs to go in is the cilantro. So we're going to go ahead and add that right now. It was a 1/4 cup fresh chopped cilantro, so I doubled the batch, so it's a 1/2 cup cilantro. We'll go ahead and stir that in. Right. And if you're not a cilantro fan, you could probably just omit it or put less in if you're, if you only like a little bit. So I have some vinegar here, paper towels to clean the rims. I have my lids and rings. They were washed in hot soapy water. I got a jar to help keep everything, try to stay clean as much as I can. So we'll go ahead and we'll get the first jar in. Whoa, a little bit too much. I think I need a smaller spoon to help with the too much. All right, let's just poke it around. All right, looks like we're at the right spot. Clean the rim. Glove on so you can see it. Isn't that just beautiful? Look how colorful that is. I can only imagine what it's going to taste like. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and fill the rest of these up. Okay, we're going to go ahead and process the 6 pints. I do have some left over. I think I'll go look for some of my 1/2 pints that I haven't used yet. And I'm just going to go ahead and drop this in. Okay, I'm going to turn the heat up. And we need to wait for a roaring boil. And then we'll turn the timer on for 20 minutes. So I'm just going to put the lid on to help with the roaring boil. Okay, we're at a roaring boil and we're going to set the timer for 20 minutes and let this process. See you in 20. So what did you think? It seemed pretty easy, throwing all that together. I mean, it does take some time chopping up everything. I did get 8 full pints plus 2 1/2 pints and a partial pint that I had saved and put in the refrigerator to be able to taste test. And oh my gosh, it tastes wonderful. Yeah, but this is what it looks like. There's no tomatoes in it. It's just, you know, the peaches, jalapeno, some habanero. You can make this not fiery. You could eliminate the habanero and maybe put in some sweet peppers versus some jalapenos. But yeah, but if you like spicy stuff, this is really tasty. And I think maybe if it sits a little bit longer, it might even become more tasty. So if you like this video, please smash that like button and share this video with anyone who might be interested in this beautiful fiery peach salsa. Live, love, laugh, and garden. Hope to see you at the next video. God bless. Happy canning. See ya.